Hello, everybody. Welcome back to A Reason to Talk podcast. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I'm Alci. This is Max, as usual, as per usual. Today is a very special day, Max.
Is it?
Today is Micah's birthday.
Ah!
Happy birthday, Micah!
Happy birthday, Micah.
Yeah, it's super awesome.
He's in the room with Alci. He's just very quiet.
Yeah. No, he's doing his own thing. And yeah, it's Micah's birthday, and we're really excited. He's 19.
Yeah. He's older than you.
Oh yeah. Anyway, how have you been, Max?
I have been busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's largely that's the best way to describe it. Met Ben Shapiro. I saw Ben Shapiro. Hung out with him.
Because you're really good buddies and you really respect him and love him.
It's his own viewpoints, especially post inauguration. No, Ben Shapiro was on my flight though. That was interesting.
Yeah. Your flight to Florida?
Yeah.
Tell us about your trip.
My flight back from Florida, which was terrible. What else?
Tell us about your trip, Max. How was it? This is about catching up.
Well, it was about 14 hours traveling, and I spent about 12 hours in Florida. Me and my mom, very last minute, wanted to go and get some warmth in our bones, because currently it is the coldest winter DC has had in like 40 years or something.
Oh.
Maybe longer than that. Yeah, it's on average, right now, 25 degrees to 35 degrees colder than average.
Mm.
And so we wanted to warm up our bones a little bit. And so I leave school, leave collage, and get to the airport. We make a very last minute choice to go. It's at BWI. BWI is far, but BWI
it is.
Has good, like really good internal infrastructure, It ends up being a seamless process to get out. We fly down there, flight is fine, and get a car, find out what we have to drive, immediately pulling out the food. Find out we have to drive 3 hours to the resort we're staying at, but you know what? That's fine. Yep. It's all good. The weather's amazing. Starts pouring down raining. Sorry, which is
a lot of crumbs.
Yep. Starts pouring down raining and lightninging, which is less ideal, of course. But it's all. I'm in Florida. It's what could go wrong?
Mm-hmm.
We find out there's a wedding being hosted, Matthew and Maddie. So shouts out to you guys. Hope it all goes well.
Yeah, happy marriage.
Happy marriage to you guys. May you have a happy marriage. Now, it wasn't really pretty because my hotel room, and also you'll put a picture of this, was very much looking out above their wedding.
Huh.
If you check the topic channel, I put a little photo.
Okay.
And it literally overlooks their wedding. Like on ground floor. It was really pretty. And, that was great. And so we spend that day going to, they have a faux beach because it's a bay, because it's in the bay, technically. It's like a little faux beach. It's really nice. The sand is really pretty. It's super warm. Mm-hmm. We go in the pool. We walk around. We go to Publix. We do all the beach stuff,
Yep.
And we find out, wait, there's going to be snow on Sunday.
There is.
And that might impact our travel plans a little bit.
Yeah.
Wait, shit. I have to get back to college.
Yeah, that's a thing going on. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Wait.
Bless you.
My goodness.
And so at 10 p.m., we schedule a flight for 8 a.m. the next morning. And we pack up everything, drive about another 3 hours, leaving at 5 a.m., through the Key Largo to Miami traffic, which isn't fun, because Miami is the number one traffic destination on the planet, travel destination, I think. Maybe Paris is. No, it's the number one spring break vacation. Paris is the number one travel destination. Anyways, ton of traffic, very polluted, and then we get to the actual airport. It is the busiest airport I have ever seen. While we're in line for security, on one side literally is the most Hasidic Jewish family I've ever seen. The woman will not shut the fuck up. I thought she was my rabbi. She wasn't. They brought a literal full waffle maker with them through security. They put it through the like metal detector and everything, but and on the other side was just these I think it was a family of Muslim people, majority women, who were much nicer and seemingly than the Hasidic woman. So well, there's a ceasefire right now, so it's all good.
Okay, buddy.
But but what was funny was not funny. What was interesting was literally every single woman got stopped. Every single woman got stopped, and they patted down every single woman's vaginas. Like, every single one. 10 women in a row went through security where they needed to do this. And this was also day before inauguration, so that was making it extra fun. So, get on my plane. Find out the lady sitting next to me is going to the Trump victory speech.
Okay. Which
was really cool. Love that. And I was kind of confused, and she kept staring at someone, and I see in first class is Ben Shapiro. He's really short. He's really, really not tall. And God, is he a smarmy motherfucker. So, we'll just fly back with Ben.
Did you talk to him?
No, because he was in first and it was not a long flight.
By the way, okay, so we were on a film set. I'll get into this later. And then you texted to us that you were on a flight with Ben Shapiro, and that started just this cascading domino effect of Ben Shapiro impressions.
Oh no.
Actually, if you're making your wife wet, that's like she has to be checked medically.
Medical help in that case. Now, my wife of 30 years has never once been wet. Now, on one hand, you could say it's because I have the worst dick game known to man. But the truth is, it's a medical anomaly.
God, he talks like that in real life. I was overhearing him. He has the same, like, snarky villain laugh. It was fine. There was also, like, a super high-ranking staff member on the flight as well for the Trump administration. I have no idea. And he had security with him. They even made him look really short. It was so
Dude,
funny.
all these upper middle class people on this flight with you. It's crazy.
It was literally the last flight out of the state, man. It was American Airlines. It was the cheapest one. Motherfucker. You motherfucker.
But you were in first class,
This is a narrative I do not like.
But you were in first class, weren't you?
No, and I've never been in first class in my life.
Sure.
I've been in a private jet, but I've never been in first class. True. I've never flown in a private jet. I've flown in a private plane.
You've only hung out in one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
Dude, you must have been a crazy bar mitzvah.
Oh, I didn't have one.
You didn't have a bar mitzvah?
How do you not know this about me?
How am I supposed to? I met you after you would have had one.
Because you think I would have talked about it a single time?
You would have. Well, clearly not.
You would have brought. Okay.
I know a lot of Jewish people, and it's not a big topic of conversation.
Then you don't know real Jewish people.
They're not just only talking about their bar mitzvahs, dude.
Bar and bat. That's different.
Yeah, so the plural is ba. You take away the gender. I swear to God, that's a thing. You say ba when it's not specific. Is that just something that we made up in middle school?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You could just say you're having a mitzvah.
Well, but then for all we know, that's a whole other kind of mitzvah, dude.
Anyways, God, where was it? It was just a miserable time, and then it was a miserable time getting home, and then it proceeded to snow a ton, and then it continued to be miserable.
Yep.
End of story.
It also snowed here in Louisiana.
I saw that.
And by the way, okay, so we were talking about the snow for a while, right? And people were like, "Oh, I want to build a snowman. I want to do that," and I'm just like, dude, you're going to build a mud man. There's not going to be enough snow in Louisiana. There was a lot of snow. I stand corrected. It was a winter wonderland.
More
out
than
here.
us?
I don't know more than you, but there was a lot.
Okay.
A lot for Louisiana, especially.
Climate change not real, by the way. Just want to make our stance unequivocally clear here.
Hey, well, it filled a lot of people with a lot of joy. So is climate change really that bad? There were also lots of car crashes, but that's
that's a lot of death, man.
yeah.
It was 11 degrees.
But dude, all these
outside
Southerners were freaking out. They were like, "Oh my god, snow!"
today. Ben Shapiro. That's fair. I
know
guess.
somebody
It's a
today
concept
who
they've
like
never
literally just
experienced.
because we were out walking outside the dining hall, they made a snow angel just because it was the first time they ever had the opportunity to do that.
Is it still snowing?
Well, there's
Or
still
they just chose to do that now?
there's still snow.
Or there's still snow angeling.
Well, there's still snow, but it's not still snowing.
I recognize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just didn't do it yesterday. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's weird timing on that.
I don't know, man. But they never done a snow angel before. They're like primitive compared to us. Southerners.
Yep. There you go.
What do you?
It's just I don't like calling any group of people primitive unless they deserve it. I mean,
what groups
I don't
are
want to get into
deserving?
politics.
What groups are deserving, Max?
well, I don't want to get into politics, so I won't.
Well,
but
something in my topic channel. This is a quote from Micah. Racism is bad, but sometimes it's funny.
this leads into my next topic, unironically.
Go
I want
ahead.
to talk about The Sellout by Paul Beatty.
Who?
Is a writer.
What is he?
It
written?
is a very the Sellout. And
Oh, I thought you meant that he sold out.
No, it's a book called The Sellout. It's very, very good. It's like, you remember Invisible Man?
Yes.
It's Invisible Man if it was
the Invisible
funny.
Man, just Invisible
Yes.
Man, which is a
Yes,
different
Invisible Man
book.
by Ellison, not by Kevin Bacon. Invisible Man, it's like that if it were funny and good. And so there was just a few quotes I wanted to share from it.
Okay.
A proud Budweiser of a woman. I was a big fan of that. Was on page 5.
Can I? Do you remember the context under which that?
Yeah,
That
he was
description
smoking
was-
pot he was smoking pot before his Supreme Court case.
Mm.
And he was on the steps of the Supreme Court smoking pot.
Yep.
And there was like 4 cops around him, and this Budweiser of a woman police officer lights up his joint for him. Just a very stocky gal. And it was just really funny.
I see.
I really like that phrasing of this Budweiser of a woman. Then Semper Fi, Semper Funky was another line from the book. This was him saying that black people need a catchphrase.
Oh,
Yeah.
Micah. What do you think of Semper Fi, Semper Funky as a catchphrase for black people? He's thinking. Okay, thank you, Micah.
What did he say?
He had no words. He was speechless.
Okay, cool. It was just really funny, and so but it focuses a lot on race dynamics in America, and so he basically plays with the idea of separate but equal is never really equal. Yes, but is our current system better than separate but almost equal? And he was like pretending to advocate for segregation, but saying that segregation would be actually, because in terms of equality of outcome or equity of outcome, would result in something better than our current system. And he talks about the 4 stages of blackness that make a black person, and it's really good. It's really well written, and it's really funny. And I think everyone should read it.
Okay.
I didn't actually read it.
Oh, okay.
I was supposed to. I didn't have enough time, so I listened to most of it and read
So
summaries.
you didn't get to the really problematic section in the last chapter that totally ruined the book for everyone.
No, I know what happened in the last chapter.
Yeah, no, Max.
Basically, they're talking about Obama.
Oh.
And one of the guys, basically, because Obama had just been elected in this world, one of the guys who's like a neoliberal black activist is like is like celebrating and waving this American flag around.
Mm-hmm.
And the main character says, okay, what about, like, why are you so focused on this dynamic? Doesn't this kind of result in, like, minority groups that are being unaddressed and are being whitewashed and forgotten about by history? And how closure for most white Americans is closer to erasure. And then the other guy, yes, like erasers, like pencils. No, I don't. Like the concept of erasure as in erasing something.
Little respect.
Anyways, the neoliberal guy that he's talking to says, you'll never understand, you'll never be like us, your father would be ashamed of you. And he said, you know what? I never will understand. And that's kind of how it ended. And that was the final thing. It was a critique of neoliberal Western exceptionalism, which all of these words you aren't understanding, and that's fine. But to listeners, I think
I wasn't paying attention. I was checking my Instagram messages.
Listeners, I think you should read this book. I think it's really good. And my TA for this class is extraordinarily pretty.
Yes, you mentioned that. That's yeah. And
she is very
pretty. And if you ever start listening, Miss TA. Okay, so
you might want to bleep that.
Yeah, I'm gonna bleep that.
That's a good call. Just for all intents and purposes.
Okay, I'm just gonna move on now. Okay, so speaking of race as a concept,
you can't cut out that whole segment. I don't want you to cut out.
I'm not gonna cut out the whole segment. I'm just bleeping the name. God damn, okay, Max, you oversensitive little. Oh my god.
Whoa.
So speaking of race as a concept, I was just chilling in the room the other day, and I was scrolling on Instagram Reels, and basically I got a post that offered me the N-word pass, right? And I showed it to Micah, and Micah said, "That doesn't count. You already have it." And I went, "What?
You can only hold you can only hold one."
I know, but I was like, "Wait, really, Micah?" He was like, "Yeah, Alci." I was like, "Micah, that's so nice of you, Micah." He was like, "Yeah."
Tell me you didn't.
No, I haven't. No. Because here's the thing. Because here's the thing. Now I have that pass. I also have the F slur pass for gay people.
Dude, these are traps.
No. This is signed. This is signed. This is signed. I'm putting up an image now. I have a signed pass. So now I have a mission.
This is a trap.
I'm gonna collect every pass.
You're not getting the kike pass from me.
No, because Max, when I have every pass, then with the snap of my fingers, I can offend everyone at once.
No, you can't. There's a massive amount of people.
I want to collect all the infinity slurs. Max.
You already have the cracker pass.
There's no pass for that. That's not a slur.
According to Twitch, it is.
According to Twitch.
People got banned for saying cracker on Twitch. Yeah, they lost.
Oh, us white people are so oppressed.
Tens of
us
thousands
white people
of
are so oppressed. I can't
bear
when someone.
Cut to you saying last episode. Cut to you last episode saying how hard it is to be a white man in America.
I can't bear when someone says cracker.
Alci, play the clip of the short that you posted of you complaining about how hard it is to be a white man in America.
Yeah, I was dressed as Homelander. Yeah.
Can we get one for once? Just once.
I think we should stop talking about this. For all intents and purposes,
at no point
I am always never take anything I say on this podcast seriously. Anyway,
only take what I say.
Max, you want to go on a gaycation with me and Micah?
I'm already gaycationing to LSU with you.
Micah!
I'm married.
Micah, no, Max wants to come on the gaycation.
Wait, really?
Yes, and it doesn't matter that you're in a relationship. That's the beauty of the gaycation. It's something every straight man does.
Well, how do you know you're straight?
That's the beauty of the gaycation. It doesn't count.
Here's where we use the scientific method.
Yeah.
See,
We're gonna experience what it's like to be gay, but we're not actually gonna be gay. That's the beauty of the gaycation.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I
I knew you'd love it.
Sad.
I knew you'd love it.
I'm gonna tell you something that made me sad.
Okay.
So, for listeners, I am a big fan of the Yard podcast.
No, really.
They're funny, kind of. That said, I was just blocked by a member of the Yard on Twitter because I defended him.
What did you do?
Someone was being super racist, and I said, "Hey, man, you like," and basically, it also called one of them like crazy poor, and
Okay.
like, and the F slur and the R word, which I
Mhm.
want to talk about that, but for different reasons. And I was like, "Hey, he makes $500,000 a month or a year, at least. You made 70, and you were calling him broke and then a trust fund kid." And I said,
I always want a
and then I
broke
also,
trust fund kid.
It's a great question. And then I also said, trying to argue with these people is like trying to teach a toddler discrete mathematics.
Yep.
And and then he said, "Holy shit, the meat riding." And then to me, and he called me a dick rider. The Yard member did. The podcast guy did.
Yep.
And then I said, "Yes, sir, Mr. President." I said that. And then he immediately blocked me. Immediately. I was defending him. Nothing.
Yeah, you were
It's fine.
You were glazing.
He has
a
over
little
10,000 people blocked.
bit. Yep.
He has over 10,000 people blocked, and he's kind of a dipshit, so it's fine. I don't care.
Then why
that
are you
much.
defending him?
Because there's being a dipshit, and then there's being a racist, homophobe, or like everything.
Fair enough.
Did we talk about the Connor Eats Pants Dream Tamiana drama last time?
I don't know about all of that. But first, I want to say, speaking of comment sections, I think this is in my topic channel. Snyder
Dude,
fan.
you have too much free time.
What?
Go on. Go
What
on
are you
and
talking about too much? No, I want to hear. What do you think I'm gonna say?
You're gonna say how much time you spend arguing with Snyder fans.
No,
in the
I don't
comments of
spend a lot
Instagram
of time.
Reels.
I don't spend a lot of time. They spend a lot of time arguing with me. I rarely reply. I drop one. It's just like the Snyder fans.
I'm not arguing. They're arguing with me.
Yeah. Because they're stupid little dummies. And no, okay, you can be a Snyder. You be a Snyder fan. Just don't be
Has
ignorant.
Snyder done anything good? I'm looking it up.
But his most well liked thing is probably 300.
He did 300, not Gladiator.
Yeah. Very different movies. That's the Spartans.
And Watchmen movie.
He did the Watchmen movie, which was okay.
I tolerated. I thought it was decent actually.
Yeah, but we've
I
already
think it's underrated.
we already spoke about this on the last episode.
I don't know. No, why did they list his height on the page, man? 5'7".
He's only 5'7".
Only?
No, seriously, I thought he was taller.
He's not. He is very much not.
Damn. Okay. But anyway, no disrespect to Snyder. Snyder seems very cool with this new Superman, but it's just like, oh my god, I hate it when Snyder fans try to out nerd me. You're right, Max. I do have too much free time because oh my god, when I comment down under a thing because somebody's like, oh, so their go-to move was to try to make Superman look less intimidating, starting with a stupid idea, and I'm just like, no, dude, Superman just wants kids to like him. Like, calm down, right? And then somebody's like, you don't think it's a little weird?
Woke. It's woke now. It's woke.
You don't think it's a little weird that Superman wants kids to like him? What do you mean? And what about, this
Oh,
whole thing about this,
dude.
and then this,
Oh my fucking god.
this whole thing about Superman wanting kids to like him. This whole thing about Superman needing to look less intimidating, which is something that James Gunn made up to support this DCU rebrand. Blah 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 blah. He said the fact James Gunn made this shit up that Superman's always supposed to look at the cover of All-Star Superman. This like one of the most critically acclaimed Superman comics ever, and then compare it to the poster of Superman sitting next to Crypto. It looks exactly the fucking same. Okay, sorry. Snyder fans, and don't worry, I have more comic book stuff to talk about this episode that I'm gonna dedicate a lot more time to. I'm gonna dedicate a lot more time to it, but I'll let you speak.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. And I think their argument is much more valid if they just say, I like the darker shade of blue. I
No-
think it looks cooler.
No, but even
And if that is the
But
point of their argument, that's fine.
even so,
Instead of calling him a fucking pedophile, actually, that's really
no,
funny.
but
Guy I don't like. He
Yeah.
must like kids then.
and
Which is no politics.
but it's like like these people have a fundamental misunderstanding of Superman, and it really annoys me.
Why?
Because they have the gall to act
People
like
are
they know
dipshits.
what they know what should be done with the character. I don't
It's
know.
their right, even though they're dumb as shit to speak.
You complain about stupid people all the time. Let me do it for once.
I
Jesus
know.
Christ.
Well, you know what's funny? In Japan, not only does freedom of speech not exist, really,
Yep.
they have even if what someone says about your business is true, if it hurts your business, you can sue them. So we should move to some Nihonga. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Konnichiwa.
Doridashite.
Konnichiwa.
Oishi. I actually know some Japanese.
We're
I was saying
we're
Japanese
referencing
words.
We're referencing
that I know
too many
'cause my mom-
too many groups of people this episode. I don't like it.
I was saying stuff that I know because my mom lived there for 2 years. That's my defense. Oishi.
You've been watching too many Bad Friends clips, I think.
What?
The Bad Friends podcast.
That's I don't who?
It has that red hair comedian and then Bobby Lee, and he's
Bill Burr?
no
Bill Burr's bald.
he well
Oh, I know
yeah,
that.
and he's always doing an Asian accent to
I
piss off
know.
the other guy.
I don't find Bobby Lee that funny, if I'm being honest.
Okay, I don't know much
Actually,
about him.
my professor was on NBC like 2 days ago, complaining about how Dave Chappelle has been gotten out of touch and is now not funny, as is Bill Maher. And I was like, that's my guy. That guy knows what he's talking about.
You don't like Dave Chappelle?
No, not anymore.
I don't know enough about him to have any opinions on him.
His old stuff is good. His new stuff's kind of shitty. That's all you need to know.
I will take your word for it, I suppose. Unless you're wrong. Anyway, I don't know anything.
Always a risk.
Yeah. Well, you're wrong pretty often. What
You thought that would bait me. It won't.
No, what are we? No, it's okay. I knew you would brush it off. What's next? What
I can fiddle. I have a lot of stuff.
Let's see. Let's look at your topic channel. My Gorgeous TA, Shapiro Flight.
Vic Michaelis for the yard.
We had a
Or not the yard.
we had a
The reason
we
to
had a
talk.
little argument about Vic Michaelis.
She's mine, dude.
Okay.
Actually, no, she's yours. I'm taking my TA. But other than that, she's mine.
Don't worry, I'm not actually. I was just arguing with you about Vic. Why did
it's
Vic
fine.
Michaelis come up in the topic channel?
Because I was watching YouTube shorts, and I'm like, man, she really is funny. I was watching the
Yeah.
Very Important People show, and God, she's really funny.
She's very funny.
She's very charismatic.
Yeah.
But I want to make it clear, you can't have women podcast listeners because they are not objects.
Oh, I thought
Alci.
you meant you can't have women on podcasts because they aren't funny.
You said that. You said that. I only thought it. It's different.
we're
I didn't think that. I
we're
don't
walking the line this episode, aren't we?
think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Identity
Let me go grab
crisis.
my MAGA hat.
Identity crisis.
Oh yeah, I switched majors technically.
Yeah. Oh, talk about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So computer science is big dumb shit, especially now that AI can write in every language very well. And I'm considering business major because business really, really, really easy. And I go to a very good
But don't you want to learn?
business school. That is why I haven't switched yet. I'm
Yep.
gonna apply for sure to my business school, so I have the option. But as of now, I just switched into the computer science, ethics, and society course, which is way more interesting because they have like classes like policy of video games and. Okay, instantly you're snacking. Oh, you're meds.
No, these are pills.
You're taking your ADHD meds? It's like 4 p.m.
No.
Okay, good. Anyways, it's just you shouldn't chew those.
I'm not. I'm gathering enough saliva in my mouth so I can swallow it. Jesus Christ, calm down.
Anyways, it's a more broad degree. I don't have to do discrete mathematics till next year, which is good because it makes me want to blow my fucking brains out. Fermat, I fucking hate you. And you're bad at math. So there's that. And it's just it's probably better. It's not probably better. It is better. Because it's a more well-rounded degree. I still get a lot of the same technical training, but it's less intensive and more open towards like policy classes and writing classes, and I can take more classes like I am now, which is like comedic fiction and writing and stuff.
Yeah, and that's
where I have to start
really fun.
I have to start writing.
Yeah?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually have to do dialogue.
Wait, that's so fun!
It's gross.
If you need any help,
it'll
just
make
hit
me
me up.
better.
If you need anyone to look at it, or just send it to the Discord general chat, whatever, dude. Like, that sounds so
like
fun.
you want to help, man.
It sounds like so fun. So much fun.
Well, also because he wrote a movie
Who?
that is bad. The class, the guy, he wrote a book that got turned into a movie that I have to read.
What movie?
I think. Campus Confidential, it's called. It has very, very low rankings on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'll chickadee check it out. Last night I finally.
He wrote the book. One of the.
Last night I finally watched The Nice Guys.
You haven't seen that?
No, surprisingly. Have you?
Oh. No, I watched The Man from U.N.C.L.E. last night.
Is it Uncle or UNCLE? Like is it?
U.N.C.L.E.
Okay.
They say Uncle.
Okay. Because that's Guy Ritchie, isn't it?
It is Guy Ritchie. I've realized I like Guy Ritchie.
You should watch Snatch. That's my personal favorite Guy Ritchie movie.
What's it called? I'm gonna put it in my film list.
Snatch. Snatch. And then, but all his movies are fun. Like Rock and Rolla is a blast. Gentleman was all right.
McConaughey can act.
Yeah, well, McConaughey. Oof.
I have too many things in my watch list right now. It's filling
I
up.
still haven't seen Lock, Stock, and Two Barrels, and I've been meaning to watch it.
Is that a Guy Ritchie? I'm assuming that's a Guy Ritchie.
Yes, that's what we're talking about. Oh, but yeah, I watched The Nice Guys last night. It's a lot of fun, but I was expecting to like it more than I did.
Yeah, you see clips and it's like, oh, the coloring's good and like the dialogue's good, and then it's kind of, for me, I felt it was a little more drawn out.
Wait, so you have seen it?
Yeah.
The Nice Guys?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
The two detectives, Russell Crowe and
Ryan Gosling.
Gosling.
And I will say this, I do think that's the funniest Ryan Gosling has ever been.
Yes.
It was hilarious. I loved the movie. I loved it. But I was expecting to like it more.
Do you agree with my criticism that it's a little drawn out?
Yeah, and some of the jokes don't quite mesh so well. Like you didn't really need like the kid on the bike talking about his dick. Like that just felt like lazy.
That's good writing.
You know, but you know,
That's literally the first
dude,
page of The Sellout by Paul Beatty. He
throw
talks
in
about having
some
this big black dick.
Throw in just high pitched Ryan Gosling noises, and you've got a movie, dude.
Just throw in Ryan Gosling noises and you got something.
Well, high pitched,
Annie.
dude.
Crazy Stupid Love is a masterpiece, and I will fight you on that.
You don't have to.
Have you seen it?
It's been a long time. I've been meaning to rewatch it, but I remember liking it a lot.
It's really good. It's really funny and it's well done.
Yep.
And it's acted well, but it's really kind of stupid, but I like it.
Are we talking about movies and TV shows now? Can I review something?
Go for it.
Okay, so the Daredevil Born Again trailer came out.
Nope. You've been posting like a motherfucker. Nope.
I have. Anybody who's on like my close friend story, I've been posting I've been posting so much Daredevil stuff.
At least 25 to 50 times you posted about this dumb bullshit.
Yeah. And I stand by every
Damn.
one of those posts.
There's no way it's. I haven't watched the trailer. Do a live reaction, PogChamp?
Yeah, sure. Watch the trailer. What do you think? You can see?
Yeah, I can see it. The coloring's weird. It looks a little Disney-ified.
Yep.
Thank you for finding the time.
Okay.
Well, I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing
Pause.
you again.
Pause. Pause.
Yep.
Okay. Just a quick note. I would have shot that first little bit better
Yeah.
and differently.
Yeah.
And lower down, shooting up.
Mm-hmm.
Weird side, different coloring, different establishing shots. Audio sounds good. Dialogue sounds stupid, but continue.
A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
At least these two are back.
Foggy looks like JD Vance.
Vance.
I'm
I
serious.
can say the same about you.
Ooh, don't like how you can see the
Mayor
background is super.
Serves his city.
Yep.
I can see you're not entirely.
But he's mayor now.
convinced.
Can you blame me?
Is it the same
I
guy?
can't shake.
What was that?
Is that the same actor? It is, right?
Of who?
Fisk.
Yeah, all the actors are the same.
Yeah, yeah.
So the one thing that we know is going to be good about the show is the acting.
The feeling that you're gaming the
Sure.
system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
Completely CGI mask.
It's hard to come to
Oh, that's
terms
cool.
with a violent nature,
That's not repetitive.
hating the power.
That's
Yes,
interesting
over
enough,
us.
Warren. God. That's so boring.
The city.
Seeing him back is awesome.
Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. I like the masks. Cool, kind of. A little bit weird.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. And chaos must reign.
I like him.
Down. I was raised to believe in grace. But I was also raised to believe in retribution.
All the masks.
Is that comic accurate? Let's say March 4th. Is that the
Guess
time?
so.
Okay. I'm going to rewatch Daredevil.
I always love an excuse to rewatch Daredevil. But
Okay.
what did you think? Let me hear your thoughts, and then I'll talk for an hour.
That was some Captain America, Winter Soldier, not even WandaVision, like Hawkeye and other
Moon Knight.
girl I thought Moon Knight was slightly more unique. That was the most like CW show bullshit I've ever seen.
So you understand why I've been posting like a motherfucker?
A little bit.
Ah!
I pray to God they've gotten like a 10% more artistic direction than it appears as though they've gone.
Yeah, no, of course it's hard to tell certain things from a trailer, but like already I could tell. Here's the thing. I hope the writing's on par. I really hope the writing's on par. For all I know, it's on par. The acting I know is going
I'm
to be on
sad
par.
the cinematography isn't.
Yeah, no, not
Or-
just the cinematography,
yeah,
the entirety
music
of
design.
the entirety of the production quality.
All of it's Disney's the fucking richest production studio known to man.
How hard would it be to just get the original crew if you're going to get all the original actors? I mean,
Well, have you thought about this? They could shoot it on that one stupid green screen in Atlanta.
They at least shot this in New York, but even so, like the rooftop shots are obviously there's a green screen, you know?
Obviously, the one when he was in the diner, I really didn't like the way that was shot.
No, and it's so like, and I was in a comment section again one time arguing with this motherfucker who has the audacity to go, "What are you talking about? The show looks peak, and it looks better than the original." higher.
No, they're probably
no.
12, right?
This show, no. This guy is one of those guys with a. He's definitely an adult, but it's a gym selfie, which is the profile pic.
Okay, then intellectually they're a child.
Yeah.
What?
But no, just the audacity for him to say these words. This show has a higher budget, so what do you mean? You haven't even seen it yet, and production quality higher. Not using full sentences. And I'm just like, higher budget does not mean higher production quality. And this is what I said. Moon Knight had a higher budget than Daredevil. It did not have a better production quality.
Using that as kind of a framing for how well production something is, I think is a mistake.
Yeah.
Because we look at, there's 2 options here. There's 4 options here.
Yep.
Star Wars The Force Awakens, Avatar The Way of Water, Avengers Infinity War, and Endgame.
Yep.
These are all the 4 most expensive movies ever made.
Yeah.
They look good sometimes. Other times they look terrible. Children of Men
Yeah.
had a budget less than a quarter of Star Wars Force Awakens. It's fucking gorgeous.
It is.
And the production quality and value is incredible.
Yeah. Not to mention, so the original Daredevil has some of the best production quality I've ever seen in a goddamn TV show, right? There's a reason I'm obsessed
Sure.
with. Don't say sure. Did you watch my fucking story with the kiss scene? Did you?
I did, but I'm thinking about Watchmen, dude, and I'm thinking about True Detective.
Yeah. Daredevil walked so that those can run. And even so, Daredevil has still a very good production quality. Like, there are no scenes like that in
Do you think Daredevil's better than Watchmen or True Detective
I think,
in terms of production quality?
in terms of production quality,
How well it's shot, how well all the scenes look, how well all of it.
not all of it, but most of it. In terms of
Really?
solely production quality, I think Daredevil. But so those are also both limited series, and Daredevil is a full-on multi-season series with more episodes. So that is a factor to
Sure.
be taken into account. But I do think that Daredevil, it has seen, like, in terms of the way it's shot, like, I can't think of a scene in True Detective quite like that kissing scene in the rain. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of, like, where there was
There's probably a high
where-
chance, by the way, that came from some French New Wave bullshit, but whatever.
So you mean they looked into their art form and did research and then used that to fuel their creativity?
Okay, using that, then the scene with the umbrellas in Joker Le Roi à Deux. I watched that, by the way. I watched that.
Yeah, but Max, I'm not trying to argue with you here. I'm just saying, like,
Because that comes from
but
the
you
umbrellas
cannot
of
deny that
Bourgeois.
Daredevil, the original Daredevil, has a beautiful, creative, passionate production quality to it.
I won't. I don't. I hurled certain shows to a higher standard.
Daredevil is
And-
on that higher standard, dude.
Not for me. I don't put it at that same high standard of Watchmen
are
or
you
True
a-
Detective. You are welcome to think that.
But you're
you are
also-
absolutely welcome to think
But you're
that.
also not a film major. Anyway,
Yeah, which means I'm not a dipshit who watches French New Wave. Sorry, that was mean.
oh,
was
see,
me.
I have a better opinion about movies because I don't actually like watch good movies. That's what you just said.
No, I watch a bigger berth of movies, breadth.
Yeah, you
Birth
watch
is
the
shit.
most popular
So,
stuff. Yes.
Talking, I don't. I haven't
Watchmen
seen
is
Jaws.
one of the most popular shows, is what I'm saying. So is True Detective season 1.
And Patriot.
Not Patriot, but I showed you Patriot.
Ah!
I showed you
Ah!
it. I showed you Patriot, and you haven't even finished it.
It came up on my Amazon. It came up on my Amazon. It was random. Anyways, Joker Le Roi à Deux is really bad.
Yeah. Okay. But here,
I'm gonna. You keep talking. I'm gonna find my letterbox review for it.
Folie, I do. Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, we both saw it.
Okay, but no, you bring it up because I have something to say about Daredevil, but I want to say it in conversation. You know, because
Okay, well, I'm gonna.
I have a little
read my
back
review then
and
first.
forth. Yeah, what's your review for Joker? La 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 la.
Fois le deux. If this was 1/3 of the full movie, it would be great. Unfortunately, nothing even came close to happening. The musical parts were largely boring and useless plot-wise, underutilizing Lady Gaga, who's one of the most well-known performers of this era. Really kind of sucked throughout when considering what the movie was trying to do. Bad.
Yep. How many
And
stars?
It has one like and one comment. Oh, you. 2.5.
Oh, yeah, that was more than I was expecting.
Because why did I give it 2.5 stars? Let me see what else is 2.5 stars, actually.
No, Max,
So I might need
Max,
to
Max,
change
Max, 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 Max.
I know you want to talk about
Max,
Dare
Max,
Schmevel.
Max, please.
Dare Schmevel.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll just make a video essay.
You sound like you're gonna kill someone when you say stuff like that.
I might. Dude. But I'm mourning. I am mourning the Daredevil production quality. I am mourning it. Because, dude,
What do you mean it's perfect?
Because, no, Max, but here's what I said. I didn't say earlier when I said you can't deny. I didn't say you can't deny it's on the same level as Watchmen. I said you can't deny that it was beautiful and passionate.
That is fair.
Yeah, it is beautiful and passionate. And, oh my God, it was written so well.
It is tied
most
with,
of it, except for the Electra storyline in season 2.
I tied it with Captain America Civil War, Captain America Winter Soldier, Far From Home, Spider-Man Force Awakens, Avengers, Suicide Squad, Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, so I think a couple
Hateful Eight. Okay, I need to change that.
Yeah, you do need to change that. Anyway, what do you think about the fact that they are at least fully embracing an R rating for Daredevil Born Again? You saw some of those.
I still don't believe Disney will.
Did you not see that guy's arm break?
Ugh.
No. I'm saying, what do you mean you don't believe Disney? No. They literally have fully embraced an R rating.
Okay, what does that mean?
It means that Daredevil's gonna say fuck, and we're gonna have gratuitous violence.
It's Disney. I still don't believe that it'll be like cool gratuitous. Like
yeah. So here's that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Will it look like Upgrade?
Or
the fight scene from Upgrade that I showed you.
Well, it's not gonna look like that because he's a robot. But like, in terms of like, no. What about fight scenes from like the Punisher? Because Daredevil, it was never like fully RR. It had some dark ass scenes, but it was never fully R. Punisher was fully R. Like they never said the F word in Daredevil.
I know.
Punisher was fully R. So they're going like Punisher level in terms of their R rating apparently.
Yeah, what but I want them to go like what's better like.
No, don't compare. I'm just asking you, what do you think about that?
Good.
I'm afraid because I'm afraid they're doing it solely for the fact that they can say, oh, we're going so dark with this, guys, because that's why the original show was good, because it was dark.
That's why you like it.
No, it's not.
It's why you like it, man. That's why all your favorite movies are dark. Dark stuff is just better. It is easier to make dark stuff better, I'd argue. I think it's harder to make happy stuff that gets critic review.
Well, here's what I'll say. For one thing, the original Daredevil utilizes the rule of contrast beautifully. It makes me feel more hopeful than probably any other TV show, and that's because the light perfectly contrasts with the dark. It's able to make me feel hope in spite of the dark ass shit that goes on. That's what, is so good about it. Daredevil legitimately makes me a better Christian. It like some of the lines, like I'm not even lying. A lot of the lines from Father Lantham are like fucking bangers, dude. And not only that, here's what I'll say. Daredevil has some darkness, right? Like episode 1, he's going against human traffickers, sex traffickers. But he's not doing the reason he's doing that is not because...
Hey, wait a minute. They could have just been congressmen. We don't know. There's an investigation. We should obviously nominate this person to defense secretary. Sorry, go
on. The darkness in Daredevil always served something, okay? And here's what I'll say. The reason he's going after human traffickers is not because they wanted it to be dark. It's because, yeah, that's probably who I would fucking go after if I was a superhero. Like, that is, like, top of the list who I would want to go after. Am I right? Those are the worst of the worst people. You're gonna go after those people. Another thing, in terms of violence, the dark violence in the show, probably the darkest moment is in episode 3 of the show. The most gruesome moment is when a man kills himself with a spike, like on a metal fence.
Yeah.
That made my brother stop watching back when we were watching this in like middle school. And here's what I'll say. That was not pointless. That was to show that man would rather do that than deal with what Fisk had planned for him. That shows how fucking scary Fisk is. it serves a purpose. Now, if Daredevil's just breaking people's arms open like this for no fucking reason, and that's just like what he does now, like, and it's just doing that for the sake of being dark, I'm not here for it. Okay, if it's because that guy, like, you know, did something to Foggy or something, I don't know, and Daredevil's having a purposeful crash out, then sure, that's something the original show might do. But like, if you're being dark and gritty and for the sake of it, I'm gonna get pissed off.
I think it would be fine if it had the darkness and the of Warrior, you know?
No, I'm not trying to compare. I'm saying have darkness for a purpose.
And the point of Warrior. Warrior had an R rating, but they really only used it when showing the violence between different groups that were marginalized and subjugated, who led to gang violence, and when the guy was fighting some people who were trying to kill him with a hatchet.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And you
haven't considered.
What?
You can get a famous line where Chris Pratt says shit and fuck. And that'll be important. That's good. We want that.
Yeah.
Right, guys? We want that. Right, Disney? Right, guys? Robert Iger. Is Robert Iger still there? He got fired, right?
I don't know.
I'm finding out.
But here's the thing. Speaking of hatchet, Frank, put the hatchet down. It is cool to see the Punisher again. It's very cool.
Still the CEO.
It's very cool to see the Punisher again. It's also, I'm pretty hyped for that. It's also very cool to see Dex again.
Yeah.
I really want them to continue his story, but it's, you know, I'm worried. It's like, let me put it this way.
They underutilized him so bad.
What, in
Dude.
the original show?
I think so.
No, it's because they were setting him up.
Maybe I'm misremembering.
No, they did not. He is a top 3 MCU villain for me.
Okay.
My top 3.
I feel like
my top
he's
3
so
are Kingpin,
cool, and
Killgrave,
I wish there were
and
more
him.
of him.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing. They were setting him up to be the season 4 villain.
Oh, and they got axed?
Yes.
Oh. They should just make a separate show with him.
Well, just what about him?
No, like in a similar style that they did the others, DC, James Gunn, Peacemaker.
So yeah, about him?
But yeah.
No.
Yes, that would be so good. He's a good actor. It's good.
Yeah, he is.
Concept.
You know, he almost played Captain America.
No, who's the actor?
Well, he's not that big, but he was like one of the finals in the running to play Captain America, and then it went to Chris Evans.
Eldon Henson. No, that's Foggy Nelson.
Yeah. But yeah,
he's Jewish.
I have a lot more to say about Daredevil, but I honestly am legitimately considering making like a video essay.
Do that for a class. Don't do it on your own.
I don't know if I'll have a class that supports that, but I might start working on it on my own, and then if I have a project that supports that, then I'll turn it in for the class. But oh my, what do you mean?
You have so many projects that just
Alci,
get buried,
Alci,
dude.
don't do creative things for free.
What?
That's what you just said. Don't do creative things just like for yourself. Don't.
No, because you have so much shit that gets buried that you never finish, and if it's for a class, you feel like you have to finish it.
No, in fact, those always go to at the bottom of my list.
That is true and a problem. That is very true. Are you gonna start working on blood pools?
Yeah. I was gonna talk with someone this week, but then it fucking snowed and they live off campus. So
okay.
But yeah.
I'll just hire an editor.
Oh, last weekend we did what? Let me go through my events of my week.
Sounds fun.
Okay, well, I don't remember most of the events of my week. But oh, well, here. I'll say this though. I did finally watch Wicked.
Right.
And I'm not going to speak about it because you can check it out on DJ Flood's upcoming podcast, where I will be the first guest episode, and we're going to review movies. It's going to be a lot more.
You're gating it?
It's both because if I give my review here, then I can't give it there. So I'm just saying, there's a really cool podcast coming out. It's DJ's podcast. It's gonna be a lot more structured than this podcast, and
DJ told me that I'm banned from it, and I can never come on it.
Yeah, and because you'd probably harass DJ anyway.
That is a lie. You are lying to me right now.
But
you're lying to yourself and you're lying to the audience.
But here I can review.
So reflect on that.
I basically did a triple feature when I watched Wicked, because right after watching Wicked on a totally legal website, I was like, you know what? I remember.
Dude, you're gonna get a fire race. I
remember this movie existed. Let me watch out. Let me watch Oz the Great and Powerful. Do you know what that movie is? It's a movie with James Franco. So you'd like it because you love that guy. And he plays the Wizard of Oz and how he got to Oz. And Mila Kunis is in it. And Rachel Weisz is in it, my wife. And it is... Zach Braff is in it. And Sam Raimi directs it, my boy Sam Raimi, and it is not good.
It's a stellar cast.
It is not. James.
You know what's funny?
James Franco's stellar.
Beyond James Franco.
James Franco.
No, I've seen something James Franco's good in. What is it?
This Is the End.
No, not that.
Outside of Seth Rogen movies, he can't act. He can't do it.
No, he was in something that was good.
You mean the thing
Spider-Man,
where
for one.
100 and something hours?
127 hours, never saw it. Spider-Man is is one of the things I was thinking about. Sausage Party.
Wait. You think he's Max? You think he's good in Spider-Man? Max. Look at me, Max. Look at me. Peter, it can't be.
Shut up. Let's see you try it, all right?
I just did!
Wow, he's done it. He's done in nothing that I think is actually good. Really?
Yeah, James Franco's a horrible actor. He's terrible, and I'm so sorry, but...
Man, he's really bad.
It's so fun, and that's what makes...
What was I thinking about?
That's what makes Oz the Great and Powerful partly such a fun watch, because he's just horrendous. And...
Who did I get him confused with?
You get actors and people like that confused a lot. But here's what I'll say.
I did get him. Got it confused with Miles Teller.
Yeah. You confused James Franco with Miles Teller?
Okay, what is on my finger? More accurately, I thought that
you know what?
He was the one in War Dogs. James Franco.
Well, no, okay, you know what? Hey. Say that again is a pretty James Franco line, I'll admit that.
But I was gonna tell you that this was the first movie that I've ever seen that has an exactly equal rating between critic and audience review on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
A solid 56.
Wait, which movie?
Oz the Great and Powerful.
Oh, I rated it 2 stars, but let me say this, Max. I love this movie. I love this so
Do
much.
You?
It's so
look at
fun.
His stupid fucking hat.
It's such a fun watch, and it's so bad, but it's supposed to be at the very least. You know what I mean? It's like, I could tell Sam Raimi read the script and was like, oh, this is bonkers.
I don't like Sam Raimi, I don't think. Let me see if Sam Raimi's done anything that I like.
The Spider-Man movies.
I don't love them.
But here's what I'll say. Sam Raimi's good at creative visuals. Have you seen the Evil Dead movies?
No.
Sam Raimi's
Doctor Strange Multiverse.
Oh no! You, Max.
That was really solid.
Max. Look at me. You cannot judge that as part of his filmography. You cannot.
Why not?
Because Marvel, MCU.
It's his highest budget movie.
MCU. They only did that so that they could attach his name to the movie. He did.
It's his highest budget movie.
Okay, and I can at least appreciate that. You know. He was like, oh, you want to force some cameos into the movie? Fine. In the most grayest monotone setting of the whole movie that is legitimately just like the dullest part of the movie. Bam! 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 Bam!
What happens again?
All of them die. All of the cameos die.
Who did he cameo with?
John Krasinski played Mr. Fantastic. There was Captain
Oh,
Carter.
that one. That's what you're talking about. See, that was dope shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I rewatched Multiverse of Madness. Not as bad as people think. Still really bad.
Yeah. But like, see, here's what I do. I choose to reward Sam Raimi for everything good about this movie, and I choose to condemn Marvel for everything bad about that movie.
That sounds selective
It is.
and arguably biased. Not even arguably.
But no. Here's what I'll say.
biased.
Sam Raimi, in all of his movies, at least they are visually creative. I actually am a big fan of the visuals of Oz the Great and Powerful. I think it's filmed in a creative way. And
Who was the cinematographer for that?
I don't fucking
checking.
remember. And whenever he's forced to use CGI, he uses them in ways that literally could not be done without CGI, you know? He never uses CGI
It
whenever
was
he
done by
doesn't
this
have to.
guy.
you
What
know?
did this guy do?
At least from what I can tell. And
Sure.
no, but like think about in the Spider-Man movies, whenever they use CGI, they do this crazy shit that they can never do with the camera.
He was nominated for best 3D feature film, for Oz the Great Powerful, the cinematographer.
Yeah.
Okay, he used the cinematographer for the. He actually went on to do Twin Peaks, the new show, like the new version of Twin Peaks.
Yep.
And is like a super award-winning.
So yeah, better.
cinematographer.
So
that's probably why it was good.
Better coloring and better cinematography than Wicked, I'll say that much.
Ooh, really? Better coloring than Wicked?
Have you heard great things about the coloring of Wicked?
I don't know.
The guy, the cinematographer was nominated for an Oscar, and you're doubting me?
The coloring doesn't look terrible.
It doesn't look good.
Wait, that isn't a clip from the movie. Wait a minute.
I'm not going to speak on Wicked much more because I have to do that. And then I rewatched The Wizard of Oz. So I did a triple feature in one sitting.
The original Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, that's the one. Maybe I'll watch Return to Oz.
Ooh, no,
next.
I don't like that. I don't like that coloring at all.
Nope. And
Ooh. Oh, this is terrible.
yeah. So yeah, I have thoughts on it, but I'm not going to say much. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about Oz the Great and Powerful. You should all give it a watch. It's so fun. And surprisingly, the CGI characters look really good in that movie. Really good for when it came out.
No CGI is better than Pirates of the Caribbean.
I can agree with that, but I'm saying it was really good.
Yeah.
And then what else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, so this weekend I I was an extra on a film set for the Go film, which is something Alci does once or twice a year. They pick a film or two that they will pay for. Essentially, they'll contribute a few $1,000s and fund. So you're able to pitch it, and then if it's selected, yeah. So the Go film happened. They needed some extras. I wasn't on the crew for it, but a couple people I knew were on the crew for it. So we went, and a couple people I know are acting in it. And I was an extra for a couple scenes. Then I was stuck on the film set all day because DJ was my ride. And it was actually a lot of fun because we were filming in this, because the movie's called Sink or Swim. So it's in...
Can you be leaking this? I'm sure it's fine.
I'm just saying the title. So a lot of it involves swimming. So we were in this pool place. The back half of this building was legitimately back rooms. I'm just going to play a clip now because we found this creepy kids room and had to make a little movie.
This place is really weird.
I haven't seen it, so I haven't seen it, so
I'll send it to you. And then, not only that, we go to the locker room. Never before had I seen like a room that came with color grading IRL.
I saw that.
Yeah. So what I'm about
Was this place abandoned?
No. So the image I'm about to show right now is there's been no editing done to this clip, but it just looks like Twilight. It legitimately looks like Twilight. Just standing in there. It was
That's
crazy.
not necessarily a good thing. That's just interesting.
No, it just does. So we made a little Twilight clip. And then we, while they were filming a scene in one of the locker rooms and needed less people surrounding the camera, we all just played a little fun little game and played soccer in the little, like, creepy kids room with a big inflatable ball. And there was 10 of us in there just doing that for like an hour. And then they wrapped.
It doesn't sound as fun as you make it.
It was so fun.
Do I want to be here for this?
It was so.
Do I want to come to Louisiana for this?
It was so fun, dude. I love having a major that's totally real and requires a lot of hard work.
Yeah, that is. God, you're annoying.
we played games together. It was so fun. Like first it was
I have to
soccer,
read
and then
a
it turned
300-page book by Monday.
into dodgeball. But we just had one big ball, so it was fun. We won.
That sounds
team won.
academically challenging.
Yeah,
nice.
then
I have to read a 300-page book.
and
by
then
Monday.
we went home for the day. Except we didn't go home. I went home with DJ, Elijah, and Priya. But then we just went to like this little shopping center. You know those like Nuketown shopping centers that always have a Barnes and Noble in the center?
Sure.
I don't know why they always have Barnes & Noble in the center, but they always do. I feel like Barnes & Noble funds the whole little like fake town that is only a shopping center. And
That's just America, dude.
yeah, no, but I'm talking like a specific type of place. Like there's all.
I'm telling you, Barnes & Noble does not fund it. Barnes & Noble's broke. A, B, they need to get their funny up, not their money up. No, put that. C, I understand what you're talking about.
Like
I'm just not a fan of-
these
yeah.
red brick, little fake little towns,
I call them clone towns.
clone towns. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is. And there's always a Barnes & Noble. Anyway,
Always. You'll see maybe like either it'll be one. Okay, there will be two of like any major fast food chain. There will be two, but usually it's a higher class one, and then there'll be one fast food or one chain like fine dining, fake fine dining American restaurant. So you'll have like a Cheesecake Factory, you'll have a Chili's, you'll have something like that.
yeah,
A Red Hawk, Cooper Sock,
yeah. But so we hung out there.
a Matchbox, dude.
We hung out there
Cool.
for a little bit, and then they went shopping for a while, and I just kind of stood around and walked around with them because DJ was my ride. And then it was time to think about dinner, and DJ and Elijah took our Chili's virginity, as they put it, because we had never been.
I knew it. I
No,
knew
no,
it.
this
I
was
knew there
actually a
gonna be
totally
Chili's.
different place. This was not in this little area.
I didn't know it. I didn't know anything.
Yep. But yeah, so we went to Chili's.
Why did they say it like that?
What, that they took our Chili's virginity?
Yeah, they pop your Chili's bare.
Yeah, no, that's
into
what
cherries.
they said. That's what Elijah
Yeah,
said.
we fucking course.
They popped our chili.
They broke your Chili's hymen.
Yeah. And
Thank you for not addressing that.
but yeah, Chili's is pretty good.
You can't just ignore that comment, you
Chili's
asshole.
Chili's
You either laugh. I'm saying that. I'm telling the general chat that you said that.
said what? What the fuck did I
Did you not
say?
hear what I said? You not hear what I said?
No, what did I say? You said tell the chat that you said that.
Yeah, that you said what I said.
No! No, this is propaganda. Propaganda incoming.
I beat you to it.
Yeah.
I beat you to it, you motherfucker.
Yeah. Join the Patreon and you could talk in the Discord chat with us.
Yeah.
Not that you don't talk to us already. Anyway, and
All ye who listen.
yeah,
Abandon
the
all
Discord
hope, ye
chat,
who
the Discord group is
enter here.
ever growing.
Yeah, I don't understand.
We got another member. It's crazy.
We did.
Yeah. Insane. Wait a minute.
Yeah, can't believe you said that, Alci.
Yeah, that was my idea, and I said that.
Okay, no more. We're
Yeah.
not iPad kids.
Yeah.
We're having a conversation.
Whoa, a new message. Oh yeah, DJ and I are cooking something up. A film. I am producer, DJ's writer, director. Stay tuned for that, guys.
Hello?
And
You
Max
still there?
just left the call.
No, awesome.
Max
That's my
just-
fault.
Left the call.
I'll
Max
see that.
just left the call. Max, where'd you go?
Hi. So, fun fact: when you close one Discord tab, it closes every Discord tab.
Okay.
It closes all of
You're
them.
still recording though?
Oh yeah, OBS still on.
Okay.
Dude, how mad would you be? How mad would you be?
Yep.
How mad would you be?
Oh,
I wasn't.
you've tired me out plenty before. What
Don't-
were we?
Don't like
Oh yeah,
that.
chill. But I'm never going back to Chili's again because they charged me $38. So
Really? That's more than the Green Turtle when we went.
yeah, no, they charged me a heck of a lot.
Dude, this is why you need to go out eating with me and exclusively me and ask for my advice and exclusively me and don't talk to anyone else. Only spend time with me. And but I do have better food recs than most
And
people.
I have all of the friends you've made. So
That's not necessarily nice.
sorry,
to
that
say.
was a little brutal. I didn't mean to do that.
It's also not true, kind of.
Most of them.
Fuck yourself.
Join the Discord to be Max's
I
friend.
made-
Join
hey,
the
I'm the
Discord to
reason
be
that
Max's
you've made
friend.
most of the
Join
money you've
Discord to
made.
be Max's friend.
And the movies.
Yeah,
So
I didn't hear what you said, but yeah.
I said I'm the reason you've made most of your movies and money.
Yeah. No, I'm very grateful
So-
for you, Max. That's why.
So
That's-
I am exchanging friendship for
I know.
literal
I'm
man
just-
hours of
I'm just
labor
getting-
and rent.
I'm just pushing people closer to you and be like, talk to him. It's okay.
Yeah, you should do that. Anyways, Max, do you have this movie? Can you come to LSU and bring all your film stuff?
No, you offered to bring the film stuff.
I'm going to. I'm bringing my gimbal.
Yeah, we're still coming up with a project to make while you're here.
I'm bringing my gimbal, shotgun mic. Are you? Wait, do you guys have a camera or no? Do you want me to bring mine?
It's another camera is always helpful. Like, I don't see why
Yeah,
not.
but it's also checking a bag, dude.
Yeah, but it's also your camera's probably better than most of our cameras. Like Reese has a camera, a couple of people have cameras, but yours is definitely better.
No, will you have access to the LSU Blackmagic
Ooh,
cameras?
over weekends, I'm not sure. We would have to like get it in advance. But we
Okay,
we could try.
because if not, then I'll definitely like.
But even
Yeah.
so, it's like bringing. It's nice to have our own equipment. However, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can be. You can use it better.
What else is in your topic channel? Let's see. Oh,
I'm out, dude.
Femininomenon. What is that?
Yeah, I was just listening to. I like Chapel Run's music.
That's
I
what
was just
that
listening to her
means.
music. It's her song, Femininomenon.
Hmm.
It's basically shitting on men, which is dope.
Really?
Wait, okay. Best movies on Rotten Tomatoes. Wicked is 9.
Of all time?
Wicked
Or
beat out
of the year.
this year. It beat out Wild Robot. Hitman is 5. Nope. Closing this. I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna get really mad.
Yep.
Ooh. Oh, Hitman is so bad.
Maybe you just didn't understand it. Maybe you're not smart enough for it.
That's always possible. But if I didn't understand it, the average American.
So you're calling
That's
yourself
tough.
a genius and smart and better than the average American. That's what
Compared to
Max
the average, yes, I absolutely am.
You know, I'm sure most people think that about themselves.
I'm sure too, but I have the test results. I actually don't.
No, you don't.
I kind of, not really, kind of.
The group wants me to go to Splash, the gay club, on anything but clothes night. I don't know what to wear. Any ideas?
I had one, but it's really stupid.
I'm open.
Park bench.
Just wear.
Yes. It's the full wood park bench. You could swing a mailbox. There's a lot of options here. Shopping cart.
I'm not sure how I would.
You would
How my
cut it in
mobility would
half,
be.
or you'd sit in one, and that's you're wearing clothes.
No,
that
it's
are in a
anything
shopping
but
cart.
clothes.
Oh man, there's so many options. can of Cheese Whiz.
Like the lazy thing would just be like trash bags or something, you know.
Don't do that.
That's
Don't
why
do
I
that.
said it would be the lazy thing. I could also just wear clothes. Like they're not gonna stop me. It's just, let me put it this way. If I participate too heavily, I might get hit on more than I'd like to.
You could also, if you have a scene shop, you could make a fake fridge and walk around just carrying a fridge.
No, full on.
Hey, open the door.
Full on barrel and straps, you know.
Just a shelf, a Minecraft shelf. That's so stupid.
Or maybe,
In a furnace.
maybe I should just cover
Okay,
myself
man,
in
I
these
could do this
sticky
forever.
notes.
No, because it'll immediately fall off, and then you'll be a problem.
Wow, you're no fun.
I'm right.
Micah, language.
I'm sorry, I'm just aggravated.
Okay. God, there's so many options here.
Yeah. No, I could staple the sticky notes to me.
You could be like, You could be like, God, what's Oxy? You could go as like an oxycodone pill bottle. That'd be really funny. You're like, yeah, I'm taking over America.
Maybe I'll print out pictures of clothes. Just stick
I'm
those.
done trying to help you. You don't understand me. You don't.
I don't have a lot of time.
I'm hitting the table so hard. It's gonna be so annoying for you.
I know.
Nice.
Thank you. Micah's crashing out over Lethal Company.
Is Lethal Company still playing Lethal Company?
We
God,
played it the
I
other
need to
day.
play more
Maybe that could be
video
this
games.
weekend's Patreon episode. You want to play?
Did anyone watch the first one? Does anyone watch them?
Good question. You want? But even so, you want to play Lethal Company with Micah?
I would have to buy it.
It's $10. Go ahead. I'm sorry
Excuse you.
to strain on your upper middle class income, but
Dude, okay. How do you think one makes money? Do you think it's by spending money while they have no income? Because it's not that.
but you do it nonetheless, and you're doing just fine.
Rarely.
Rarely.
No, I ran out of money in my bank account. My bank account.
Okay, because rarely for you is not rarely for most people, I don't think.
No, I don't get video games that often.
No, but you get things.
I get them once every 3 to 6 months.
It's a $10 game. Have some fun with us.
I did just spend a lot of money, but that was to play video games with my brother.
What video games?
It's different. Destiny 2, there's an expansion pack, and then there's also a dungeon key, which you need to spend $20 to get access to the dungeon.
Micah, our next Patreon video, we're going to play Lethal Company with you.
I'm gonna kill myself.
He said he's going to kill himself.
So we don't have to do that.
No, we're going to do it.
Okay.
Happy
We could
birthday,
also do a
Micah.
poetry reading. Happy birthday, Micah.
Uh,
Tell him I say happy birthday.
Max said happy birthday.
Thank you, Max.
You said thank you, Max.
You're welcome, babe.
repeating
Both of our
that.
topic channels are out. Can I go to politics now?
Oh, there's nothing going on in politics that are interesting right now. What do you think of the TikTok ban? That was something that happened.
What TikTok ban? Actually, that is interesting. Everyone goes on to Zhangshi. Do you know what that is? Red Note?
Yeah.
Which actually isn't Chinese TikTok. Chinese TikTok is Dayun, I think.
Isn't it just TikTok?
It's kind of. Pretty much. It's very similar. But, yeah, dude. Like, Trump's working right now to, like, repeal... I've seen some interesting reporting. First of all,
what do you think about
every
the theory
single...
that Trump caused it just so that he could unban it?
But it's not. That's extraordinarily obvious. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Trump basically classified every human being in the U.S. as female, so that's cool. Unintentionally.
Yep.
Because he's a dipshit.
Yep.
Is working to resolve a lot of the Civil Rights Act, so that's fun. What else did he do? Starting January, I think later this month, RFK said they're pulling all of the fluoride out of Florida,
Yep.
Florida water systems, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think nothing bad can happen to that.
You know what? I think this is a great direction for this country.
You could only make that joke if I sign off. You could only make that joke if I sign
I didn't.
off.
That
and
was
I
a
don't.
Roman salute. I don't know what you're talking about.
The Roman salute is the Nazi salute. The Roman salute is that.
What do you, dude? I was waiting for my falcon to come out. I just forgot my falconry glove. He was supposed to land on my arm.
Again, I don't sign off on this. You're fully anti-Semitic.
For reference, everybody, if you haven't,
Alci just started doing that.
if you haven't heard the news,
oh yeah, Elon,
a public
okay,
figure
let me
recently.
Let me explain this.
Yeah.
Please. Okay, Elon did the Sieg Heil to both the American flag and the
And
people
by the way,
at Trump's inauguration.
Normally, I don't like talking about this stuff, but this is just ridiculous. This is just what it is.
And then claimed it was because he's very anxious and autistic. But people, let me be very clear. There's a large group of people that say that he's not a Nazi. I would like to point out a tweet.
Oh.
From an X post from a few months ago.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me this post so that I can.
I'm gonna pull it up so I can read it verbatim.
Oh, okay.
No, I want to read it verbatim.
Dude, but have you seen that one clip of him at the inauguration while he's just standing there and he looks like a fucking alien, dude. Like he's just going. I don't know what.
I did see that.
It's creepy. Ah, my goodness.
So, Elon, basically, god damn it.
What?
Okay, yeah. The Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites they claim to want people to stop using against them. I'm deeply deeply disinterested in giving the tiniest shit now about Western Jewish populations coming along to like defend themselves or whatever. No, there it is. Coming to the disturbing realization that those hordes of minorities that support flooding their country don't exactly like them too much.
Yikes, dude.
To which he didn't say this. Someone else said this. He responded to this and said, "What you have said is actually the truth." He said this in 2023.
Ah.
So, and then the ADL, by the way, not a big fan of the ADL, was pretty much just like, he's fine. It's hard to say, you know?
Yep.
So, he's, to those who say that he is not a Nazi, explain that tweet. And why he went to Auschwitz. He also went to Auschwitz, and did some screwed up stuff there. He did a speech to the, I think it's the AFD, which is literally a German party built on Nazis. Literally.
There could be absolutely no supporting evidence if you get up in front of everyone and you go, like, that's an issue. Of course you're, like, what do you mean? If there was absolutely...
Well, no, he was sneezing but forgot how to do his arms right.
But I'm saying, I don't need any of that supporting evidence to convince me. Jesus Christ.
Dude, and then, Trump is, a better example of this, about it being ingrained into the presidential system. Not only are Trump's policies largely fascistic, in, like, most ways.
Of course.
He had dinner with Nicolas Fuentes. Nicolas Fuentes is a Nazi. He says, and I quote, "I am a Nazi."
Oh.
He says he doesn't believe in the Holocaust. He says it was a lie. Trump has had dinner with this person, as has...
as far as I know...
also, Nicolas Fuentes has been on Joe Rogan, too, This is all gross.
Nobody Trump has ever hung out with or defended has ever turned out to be a terribly awful person.
See, what you're saying now is the truth.
Have you seen that clip where he's like, "No, Diddy, I love Diddy. Diddy's a good guy." And then the woman's like, "I don't want to speak on that." He's like, "Well, if you're not going to defend him, I am, because I love that guy. He's a good dude. He's a good man."
Dude, Sean Combs. Okay, there's so much shit. I hate. Okay, I had a conversation with a person about this, about how likely this was going to directly affect the day-to-day of most Americans. I think I was horribly wrong. I think it's way more prominent than I was expecting.
Yep.
even if we're just looking at the Supreme Court,
Mhm.
God, the Supreme Court is just not a fan of. Even the most liberal person on the Supreme Court is kind of conservative. That's not true. Ketanji Brown Jackson is not really.
Okay,
I
even
like her a
so,
lot.
It's
I
like
really like her.
Trump is not bad because he's a conservative. It's in fact
Yeah, but it's conservatism that is regressive in American politics. That's what it's built on. So it's all just crazy bullshit. I have not been having a fun time being in DC
oh no
with it.
Oh no.
Fuck you.
No, I'm saying like I can imagine. I was not being sarcastic. It's just it's
Okay,
been-
it sounded very, very, very laced with sarcasm.
no, it's been a long day, Max.
Has it? What, you got up like 2 hours ago.
I know, and then I had to stand in the waffle line for like 30 minutes at the 5.
Oh, you had to stand in the waffle
It was
line.
terrible. It was awful. Because these freaking dumbasses will be at the front of the line and go like, you know what? I'm actually gonna make 2 waffles for myself, even though it takes 2.5 minutes to make 1 waffle. And then I'm also just gonna stand here on my phone and not fill up my little thing of syrup and do that after I put my waffle on my plate, so that I just waste everyone's time to the maximum.
So you couldn't have your waffles that made for you fast enough.
I made them myself.
You poured them into the thing,
Yes.
didn't you?
I did so much work for my waffle.
That sounds really tough.
And it's not waffles. I one waffle because I care about the.
How warm is it there? What's the temp?
It's cold. There's
No, what's the temperature there?
there's snow out. I don't know.
What's the temperature?
Let me fucking check. Give me a second. What?
I need a reference frame here.
36 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ah,
Yeah, it's snowing.
oh, that's so bad for you.
Yeah. What? Max, I was obviously.
It feels like 11 this morning.
I
got up at
okay,
7:45.
sorry. Let me see what it feels like. Sorry.
7:45.
What does
I went to the gym.
it feel like outside? Let me see. What does it feel like? 36 degrees.
It's not gonna be low.
But it
lower than
feels like 21 degrees.
Right? Really? Oh wow! Because it's 20 degrees right now. Feels like 13.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be colder in DC than
And
Louisiana.
I was wearing shorts.
well, that's
all right?
completely your fault.
I wanted to work out,
And here's
and I did work out.
I hate weather apps. Hey, it's 36 degrees, but it feels like 21.
Why do you hate that?
It
That's how
feels
wind chill
like
works.
it feels like.
That's how wind chill works.
No, that just means that it's 21 degrees.
That's you're really smart.
Nobody's opening up their weather app to see what the temperature actually is, but not what it feels like.
That's not true.
When has somebody
mostly
ever
true.
gone like, "Oh, I don't care what it feels like. I only care what it actually is. I'm gonna dress for that."
Me.
Also, I'm
And I am obviously the
I'm
normal
playing off a
person. I'm
recent
the
short
average.
that was posted by Andrew Russo. Credit to that guy for the.
I know. I also saw it. And I
Yeah.
thought it was funny.
Exactly.
Yeah. I thought
Do you
it was
like
funny.
Andrew Russo?
I do, but
He made-
wasn't that. Okay.
He made my favorite short film.
Did he?
It's called
What was it?
It's called Moist. It's beautiful.
Of course it is.
It's a cinematic experience. I'm gonna link it right here. Go watch it, please. It's beautiful.
I'm not going to talk to you about cinematic experiences
It's
and proportional responses and getting your
Moist.
expectations set too high
it's moist.
when watching something.
Get your expectations
will end
so high 'cause
poorly.
it's beautiful.
That will end poorly for me, as it did last time.
I love Moist.
Stop saying that. I don't care. I don't care.
That's what the point.
The
of
more I tell you
that's-
not to say it, the more you will say
That's
it.
what the point of the movie is. Someone asks him to stop saying.
That
moist.
sounds really kind of repetitive, and I'm
No. It's not like that at all. It spurs into a whole monologue about creation and the universe.
like create. Okay. I had such a long
And
argument
the
with someone
women.
about creationism,
And the men,
and
not like the people he was sleeping with. A lot happens in
Caterpillars.
this short film.
yeah, it sounds a little dense. Man,
Ugh.
we're out of time, by the way.
Oh, we are, aren't we? Well, you all have a moist time, everybody.
Don't do that. No.
Reasoners. It's weird having a podcast.
Are you done recording?
Did you stop recording?
No, because we do thumbnail faces.
But are you still recording audio?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So we're not done yet. I can hold you here as long as I want.
You can't.
We're done when I say we're done,
I have
buddy.
my trans pride gaming mouse. I'll have you know.
What the fuck does that have to do with it?
Oh, so you hate it?
Irrelevant.
Thank you for reasoning.
For reasoning. Watch it. Happy birthday, Micah.
Happy birthday, Micah. Thank you for reasoning.
Thank you for reasoning.